Gio Gonzalez has gotten back on track. After a stretch that saw him lose 5 straight, he has regained the form that earned the 25-year-old his first All-Star selection with 3 consecutive victories. Tonight, Gio goes for a season-best 4th straight win as he looks to shut down a Kansas City team that can swing the bat. The Royals scored 11 runs on 15 hits in the series opener yesterday. Game 2, A's Royals, next. It is Free Parking Tuesday at the O.Co Coliseum. Crowd coming in for Game 2 of this 3-game series. Jeff Francoeur and the Kansas City Royals. Pretty good offensive team this year, and that'll be the challenge for the All-Star, Gio Gonzalez. So we're set to go from the Coliseum. It's the Kansas City Royals and the Oakland A's coming up on Comcast Sportsnet, California. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's Baseball. Along with Ray Fossey, I'm Glenn Kuiper. Couple of lefties tonight, Gio Gonzalez and Danny Duffy. And Ray, for Gio, he had lost 5 straight. Now he's won 3 in a row, so it looks like the Gio of old.
Well, one of the biggest wins for Gio was the win that got him to number 10. It was against the Toronto Blue Jays when he did a great job, but he has been pitching so much better since then. He struck out 5 of the last 6 outs in the game against the Blue Jays. He's now won 2 more following that. The great fastball. He's pitching more inside. He has Anthony Recker behind the plate again tonight, as was the case Thursday in Cleveland. Curveball's working well against the lefties. Curveball inside to the righties, and of course the outstanding fastball. Gio Gonzalez is as strong now as he was at the beginning of the season. That will help him get to at least 15 wins this year.
On May 6th of this year, the Royals called up Eric Hosmer. We were there in Kansas City, and we watched him take batting practice that first day. And you know what? You could tell then already that he has a chance to be a star.
He is an outstanding player. He's very smooth around first base. You saw his hitting yesterday. Gets that front foot down. He attacks every fastball he sees. A very smart hitter, and there's no doubt that he's going to be at first base for a very long time for the Kansas City Royals. And his play around first base, his first play in the big leagues, a 3-6-3 double play with Hideki Matsui hitting runners at first and third against the Athletics. He is definitely a star.
So the Royals scored a bunch of runs late to take Game 1 of this series yesterday. A's will try to bounce back and even up this series tonight at a game apiece. We'll have lineups and first pitch from the Coliseum when we come back. It's the Oakland A's and the Kansas City Royals coming up.
on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by AT&T and by Toyota. Check out the great deals at your local Toyota dealer today.
Gio Gonzalez and the Athletics take the field with the alternate gold jerseys tonight. Gio's call, and he's been pitching well, so he'll try to win his 4th consecutive start. The A's will try to even up this series at a game apiece. It's the A's and the Kansas City Royals. Game time weather is brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is open this weekend. 67 degrees, a nice night in Oakland indeed. It's kind of the typical first pitch weather here at the Coliseum. Comfortable, a little cool. And we're about set to go as Gio starts the warm-up tosses. And here is the starting lineup for those Kansas City Royals. Alex Gordon at left, Melky Cabrera in center. Billy Butler, a couple of home runs yesterday. He'll DH. Eric Hosmer at first, Francoeur in right. Johnny Giavotella is the second baseman. Salvador Perez, the catcher. Yomiko Navarro is the third baseman, and Alcides Escobar will play short.
And Gio Gonzalez trying to get the A's back on the winning track after they dropped the opening series yesterday afternoon. But Gio's won 3 consecutive games, as we detailed in our open, how well he has been pitching. And there's no doubt that he has been able to extend the game we talked about on August the 20th. He had 25 pitches in the first inning, ended up going 8 innings and striking out 5 of the last 6 outs he recorded. So that's his defense, but Gio Gonzalez, a very good pitcher.
Willingham, Sweeney, Taylor. Sizemore, Pennington, Weeks, Allen. Record catcher, and we are set to go with Alex Gordon stepping in. And Gio's first pitch is a strike. So 7:07 first pitch from the Coliseum. Royals won yesterday. 11-6 was the final score. To left field, Willingham reaches up at the last minute and makes the catch.
I think he lost to the lights as he went after it, started coming in, then had to reach up. So got an indication that maybe he didn't lose it. Must be September call-up, seeing all the regular guys sitting on the coolers trying before they go up to hit.
Need a big dugout.
Josh had it, and all of a sudden it took off on him, and a smile over to Ryan Sweeney, had it all the way.
Melky Cabrera, the switch hitter, steps in. Cabrera bounces one. Sizemore with a nice play, and he throws out Cabrera. 2 outs. So Billy Butler will hit.
Number 16, Billy Butler.
Gio Gonzalez looking for his 13th win of the year. He is 10th in the league in strikeouts. He leads the league in walks, 168 innings pitched. That looks like Gio will get 4 more starts after this one. So you count this one 5 total. So he certainly should get to the 200 inning mark. He'll be right around that.
Well, there's no reason he cannot win out either and get beyond the 15 that he won last year.
Well, that crowded dugout just got shaken up a little bit.
Well, that's the changeup. Rich Hard that Billy Butler hit the first of 2 home runs. The second one was one that should never have happened. This is supposed to be a fastball away. Pitch him carefully. He was careful, all right. A 2-run home run to tie the game. But to deliver for A's skipper Bob Melvin, do you intentionally walk a potential tying run, put him on base? They wanted to pitch him carefully, try to get Butler to chase a pitcher's pitch. It didn't happen.
He chases that one, and Gio Gonzalez has a very nice 3 up, 3 down, top of the first inning. Jamal Weeks steps in against the young left-hander Danny Duffy. Duffy's first pitch is a strike in the outside corner. We'll give you the A's lineup in just a moment. 291 for Weeks with 25 RBIs. This one's popped up. Foul territory. Osberg's not going to get it. Weeks was 1 for 5, scored a run in yesterday's loss. This one right side again, foul territory, and again it'll drop right in front of the bullpen.
Duffy just 22, so
yeah.
You can see one of the young bright stars of the future for the Royals. This might be his last start. He's of course looking out for him. Some of the family, of course, he was shaking hands with, it seemed like everybody as he went down to the bullpen. So if he's a starting pitcher, and these guys sometimes you wonder, you know, they get kind of zoned in. I don't think he had any clue other than he wanted to shake hands with security guards, family members. Hey, how's everybody doing? I'm going out and pitch a big league game tonight.
From Lompoc, California, down south. Well, he's got a good memory of the Coliseum because he got his first major league win here earlier this year. That was on the 14th of June. Breaking ball. And when you see the close-up, Ray, he doesn't look a day over 22.
If that much.
Danny Duffy, he is one of the many highly touted prospects for the Kansas City Royals. So they're expecting big things from the young left-hander.
Fastball tops out at 97, so very good fastball, similar to A's starter Gio Gonzalez. Full complement of pitches, a curveball, slider, and changeup for the lefty.
So a good battle here. 7th pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss. Down and in. And Duffy strikes out Weeks. Here's the A's lineup. Weeks, Pennington, Matsui, Willingham, Sizemore, Allen, Taylor, Sweeney, and Recker. So that's the group that will face Duffy, the left-hander. First pitch strike to Cliff Pennington. Now, Coco Crisp was in the original lineup. He was batting second, but there was a change to that lineup, and Pennington, who was hitting down in the lineup, slid up to the second spot, so Coco a scratch. Bunted in the air, and the pitcher Duffy will take care of it.
Duffy, as I mentioned, 22 and only 3 wins. He's not won since July the 31st, but the left-hander has a nice complement of pitches, especially a good fastball as he struck out Jamal Weeks with.
Gordon, Cabrera, Francoeur in the outfield, Navarro, Escobar, Giovotella, Hosmer on the infield, and Salvador Perez for the second game in a row behind the plate. Two outs for Hideki Matsui. Fastball in. 262 for Matsui with 11 home runs.
Hideki Matsui, we talked about his 11 home runs. About 8 have come against the left-handed southpaw. That was one of them. on the 14th. A's players happy. Unfortunately, they were not so happy when the game was over, when they lost to the Royals.
Duffy had made 5 starts before that, and he was still looking for his first win, and he got it that day. Outside corner strike, 2-2 the count. Duffy was a 3rd-round pick out of high school back in 2007 for the Royals. 4.5 years in the minor leagues. Breaking ball, and that's going to get through, and that's going to be a base hit for Hideki Matsui. Hit it through the shift.
Somewhere you might be hearing somebody say, why? He threw 95 net front on our fastball by him, and he hangs a curveball with a couple of strikes. Gives him a chance to speed up his bat, and Hideki finds the hole with the shift. Actually, the second baseman playing the shallow right field. A lot of times, pitcher, catcher, you watch the hitter. And if he cannot catch up to good fastball, why are you going to throw him anything else? But we've seen a lot of off-speed pitches thrown with 2 strikes, and definitely helps the hitter.
First pitch to Willingham, popped up. Right side, foul territory. Hosmer has it. Side retired to hit a runner left. We're scoreless after 1.
Of the game, have a nice dinner in the West Side Club before you come out and watch Gio put on his late season surge, and it will continue. The Royals, top of the order, is very tough on the Athletics, but I like that shot of the West Side Club dining. Watch the game in style. Have a nice meal. Watch a game.
Hosmer, Francoeur, Giavotella.
Chef Rodney.
Yeah,
he's supplying the goodies. West Side Club.
That's his home.
Yeah.
1-1 the count to Eric Hosmer. 287 for young first baseman, just 21 years old. Three for 5 with a couple of runs scored, a couple of doubles, and a couple of RBIs in yesterday's game. So he filled up the stat sheet yesterday. Breaking ball, but it stays inside. Outfield pretty much straight away for Hosmer.
Just leg kick on a fastball if he gets it.
Swing and a miss.
And that's good fastball because Hosmer, the There's no doubt we've seen him. He's asking if it's a strike, but he does not get cheated. Lifts the leg, gets the leg down, the foot down. Had to do a little bit quicker there because of the extra oomph on the fastball from Gio.
And there's another fastball, and this one's hit a mile.
Jeez.
So Hosmer with home run number 16, and the Royals lead 1-0. Well, it's tough to not be impressed, that's for sure.
Well, impressed, but you know, you get to the point where you think, well, I can just throw a fastball by him. But granted, it's a 2-2 pitch, but watch, he's not even worried about a 2-2 count. And he does not get cheated. We saw him yesterday with a high fastball. He can handle it very well, and boy, out in front of this one and able to pull it into the right center field bleachers, the seats, and a no doubt crushed. Thing is, Gio has a good curveball tonight. Just listen, and gone. Swung on, gone. That was about it.
Francoeur drives one to left. This one's hit well, and that one's gone, and that one may have been further than Hosmer's.
I think he's shown that these guys can hit the fastball.
So that's number 17 for Francoeur, and it's 2-0 Kansas City.
Second baseman, number 9, Johnny Giovanni.
Another good swing that tried to go inside, did not get it in where he wanted it, and Francoeur able to extend his arm. Gio, just look at his look. He looked down, said another one. Just sound the crack of the bat.
So still nobody out. Here's Johnny Giovotella. Giovotella, the young second baseman, hitting .246. He takes low, 2-0.
Might be one of the best signs by the Kansas City Royals, extending Francoeur's contract. I mentioned yesterday the veteran, but still very young. Francoeur, star with the Atlanta Braves. Hosmer, a star for a long time, coming with the Kansas City Royals.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Francoeur has helped Hosmer. Because remember, Francoeur was a high draft pick, very highly touted player when he came up with the Braves at a young age.
Well, the thing about Francoeur, he's had the ups, he's had the downs, so he can help these young players to know what they're going through. And talking to Kevin Seisser, the hitting coach for the Royals, he's talked about the ups and downs for even Hosmer to the point that making adjustments, as we have seen with Brandon Allen. All hitters at this level have to make adjustments. That young man, Kevin Seitzer, third season hitting coach for Ned Yost and the Royals. He's an all-star, 12 seasons, played for the A's in '93, and a very, very good hitter. And a great teacher of the art of hitting.
3-2 pitch. There's a shot to left, and that's a base hit. Three very hard hit balls against Gonzalez here in the second inning.
And unfortunately, he's not locating his fastball. We have seen Gio, when he throws his fastball and gets it in location, trying to go inside, but is it in far enough? It's leaving in the middle of the plate, and if you go inside, you almost have to set up off the plate as a catcher to get the angle to get to the inside part of the plate. And Francoeur and now to Giovotella, the pitches have been left out over the plate so the hitters could extend their arms.
Here's Salvador Perez. Fastball just a bit off the plate. Gio rolled through the first inning. Three quick outs.
6 pitches. And that was it.
And that one's looped to left, and that's going to drop in for a hit. Perez kind of out in front, hit it off the end of the bat. Doesn't matter.
But it went to changeup, trying to change a little bit. But maybe the changeup a little bit too hard. Changed the delivery slightly to throw the changeup, left it up, and it was hit.
So homer, single here in the second inning. So Gio will regroup as he faces Yamaiko Navarro, young third baseman. So here's Navarro. Now he calls timeout. You saw where Navarro acquired from the Red Sox. Remember, the Red Sox traded for Mike Aviles. So Aviles from Kansas City to Boston. The Royals traded two guys in July, Aviles and Wilson Betemit. In fact, we were in Detroit when Betemit went to the Tigers. Called up Moustakas, so they had decent reason to trade Aviles and Betemit. Breaking ball stays outside, 2-1.
The Royals realized they have a lot of young players. They decided to go youth, and for Betemit, he's a veteran. There's really no reason to keep it.
Nope.
Same with Aviles, actually.
Hey, we saw Aviles. He was playing a fair amount for the Red Sox.
Even played left field. Yeah. Carl Crawford got the night off.
2-1 pitch to Navarro. Hits one to right. That's hit pretty well. Taylor on the move, still on the move. It's over his head. Gio Vitella had a way to make sure it got over his head. Now the ball is thrown to the middle of the diamond, and Gonzalez ends up, he was backing up, and then he came rushing toward the line to pick up the baseball. Gio Vitella, I think he thought Taylor was going to catch it, and initially off the bat, it looked like maybe he would, but it went over his head.
And all he had to do is go halfway, and if he catches it, he still had time to get back to the bag and tag. Instead, he got to third base, the throw coming in offline, but still the base is loaded. Jeez, guys diving all over the place trying to catch the ball. Wow, overthrew Jamal Wakes, and actually Gio Vitella was standing at second base where the ball went over the head of Michael Taylor. So an interesting running by the Royal second baseman, but meanwhile another hard hit ball.
So here's Alcides Escobar, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. So Gio needs to work a little magic. This inning started with back-to-back home runs by Hosmer and Francoeur.
Well, there's the overthrow, and there's the dive, and Gio Vitella started, and then there's Gio. So unfortunately Gio made an adjustment after backing up home plate.
Swing and a miss. Good curveball there from Gio Gonzalez. Escobar hitting .247.
Well, the pitch that Gio needs, especially down and in. Record set up outside corner. Gio throws the curveball best when he does go to the back foot of the right-handed hitter.
That one bounced, and diving play by Sizemore. He gets up his throws to first, and they just, no, they're calling him safe. They said Allen pulled his foot off the bag. The run scores, and everybody's safe. Looked like Hunter Wendelstedt set out, and then he called him safe, and he made the motion of Allen had come off the bag.
A nice diving stop. The only play for Sizemore. Looked quickly at second base, and for Allen stretching, and
he did.
It looked like his foot did come off the bag. Better shot here. Wendelstedt saw initially that the throw had beaten. Did it look like it came off? Because that part, that shot looked like his foot was on the bag.
Well, the ruling's an E5.
Wow. So he dived for a ball, keep it from going to the left field, and
I don't think the throw was. I don't know. I guess the throw pulled him off the bag. I guess.
Yeah, but look what he had to do to even throw the ball. He had to dive, get up, had a snow cone in the end of his glove. That's a tough call on both. Taking a hit away and also an error for Sizemore. Unwarranted.
So it's 3-0, and Alex Gordon is the hitter.
The Royals scored 5 in their last at bat yesterday. Yep. And they're threatening to do even more tonight in their second at bat.
Perez at third, Navarro at second, Escobar is at first. The 1-2 pitch is a fastball that's high. Gordon hit a fly ball to left field in the first inning. Chopped foul. So another inning early, Ray, where the pitch count hurts an A starter, and we have seen that a lot lately. Sometimes the first inning, sometimes the second inning.
Well, they start on the 20th of August against Toronto. Gio had a 25-pitch first inning. Tonight, 6 pitches in the first, but now 29 in the second without an out.
2-2 is bounced. Allen grabs it. It's fair. He steps on the bag. Out there. Run comes in to score. So Allen's momentum was taking him right to the bag. So he stepped on the bag. He wanted to fire home, but it would have been too late. So Perez scores, and it's 4-0.
Well, he went back to tag the bag again. Stepped on it there, and then started to throw and went back after faking, keeping the ball in his hand, and maybe to make up for previous at bat when he pulled his foot off the bag.
Well, all in all, it's a very productive out for the Royals. Gordon gets an RBI, and both the runners move up. So second and third, 1 out. So Gordon gets his 77th RBI, and here's Melky Cabrera, another tough hitter. Curveball snaps in for a strike to Cabrera, who bounced out to Sizemore in the first. Infield in, and this one's popped up. Brandon Allen's under it. He's got it. 2 outs. So Billy Butler will step in.
Now batting, number 16, Billy Butler.
Similar situation yesterday with The A's up by 2. Butler at the plate with the runner at second base. First base open. Hosmer in the on-deck circle. Left-hander pitching. Hosmer's already crushed a fastball for a home run leading off this inning. Butler made the last out in the first inning, which was last inning. The biggest protection for a hitter, in this case Billy Butler, is the guy in the on-deck circle who hits lefties as well as he hits righties.
That would be Eric Hosmer. In for a strike, 1-1 the count. Butler has 83 RBIs, 3 of those coming yesterday. Way outside, 2-1.
So accustomed to seeing Gio, especially his last 3 starts, just kind of breeze through the innings, but a haircut again today for the A's starter, who gets one every day that he starts a game. Most other days too.
He says he just can't help it. Yes. Got to get a haircut. So 3-1 the count to Billy Butler. Swing and a miss. Changeup on 3-1, and it's a pretty good one.
Came out of his hand just like a fastball, and Butler, of course, thinking fastball at the load and his swing, but Gio, a nice pull of the string.
So the payoff pitch to Butler is a breaking ball that stays outside. So Gio did have the base to work with, but not anymore as Hosmer steps up. It's the first walk issued by Gio Gonzalez.
Eric Hosmer.
So 38 pitches in this inning for Gio Gonzalez.
Well, this was a Hosmer fastball that he hit. A 2-2 fastball with a no doubt. He just swung through a fastball, same zone, previous pitch. Asked if it was a strike, was told it was, so he said, I better swing at it again. He did, and home run.
Checks his swing, pitch called, a strike. So 0-1. That one on the ground. Weeks gobbles it up. Side retired, but 4 runs scored by the Kansas City Royals. We go to the bottom of the second, 4-0 KC. Series brought to you by Cache Creek's Money Tree. Win $500 cash every hour from noon until 11 p.m. Visit CacheCreek.com for details. Bottom of the second from the O.co Coliseum. The Royals with a 4-0 lead. It'll be Sizemore, Allen, and Taylor against Danny Duffy. So Duffy got early runs to work with.
See how much he stays with a fastball. He's got a good one, but times a pitcher gets an early lead and he'll stay with his number one pitch.
Duffy's not a big guy. He's 6'2", 200 pounds. He does throw pretty hard. So scoring change on that play at first where Allen's foot came off the bag. It's now a base hit, and that goes to Escobar, so he'll get an RBI.
The fastball predominantly thrown at least a greater percentage of time by Duffy.
Well, you mentioned it, Ray. There's talk amongst the Royals that this may be his last start. He's, well, with the first inning, he's thrown 142 innings this year between AAA and the big leagues, and they want to be very careful. So probably not a terrible idea to let him get one more start in. Get ready for 2012, where I'm sure they hope he makes probably 32, 33 starts. Right back to him. So Sizemore bounces back to Duffy.
If there's ever a time to look for a 3-2 fastball, now's the time when you're trailing by 4 runs. And Duffy has a good enough fastball. He can throw it, which he did. And a ground ball back to him.
So one out for Allen. Allen was 0 for 3 yesterday with a walk. He scored a run. Swing and a miss. There's the fastball, 93 miles an hour. Michael Taylor will be next. Oh, that hit the umpire, Bob Davidson, as the catcher, Perez, never got a glove on it. So Mr. Davidson probably says, thanks a lot.
Yeah, he got him pretty.
Yeah,
he's trying to get some feeling. He's got the shoulder pads, the chest protector, but nothing on the arm. Well, Perez reaches for it, and of course Bob Davidson right there. He's not behind the catcher. He's got his full body exposed, and the ball missed the target completely. You see a lot of umpires, and they'll just catcher moves, they'll move right behind him, but Davidson sets up in his spot. See, that's just another time. I've been back here enough. It's not the first time. Perez is afraid to go back behind the plate.
It may be the first time an umpire argues with the catcher.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. I'll do a better job next time. He's talking to him now. He said, I was set up outside, man. You know, just
catch the ball.
Yeah. Get a glove on it. But watch Bob Davidson. He is, again, set up with the right shoulder. He does not move much. Give him a lot of credit for taking it.
2-1 to Brandon Allen. And now 3-1. Allen just 6 for his last 40. He has been a little bit of a struggle since a hot start joining the Athletics. pitch there on 3-1.
And again, no reason to look for anything else. And be surprised if Perez, Duffy think about anything but the fastball.
Good swing as he got a 3-2 fastball and he ripped at it.
A little bit away. Nice swing. Nice low to Brandon Allen. Just a little bit late on the swing. It's all about timing. Lift the front leg, the front foot, get it down before the ball arrives.
Sky down the infield. Giovatella, the second baseman, waiting for it to come down. He's got it. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. And Michael Taylor will hit.
Batting in the 7th position, right fielder, number 23, Michael Taylor.
Taylor 0 for 3 so far this year with the A's. Pretty good numbers for Sacramento, 16 home runs. So he's looking for his first major league hit. Swing and a miss. Duffy plants that one right on the inside corner.
Well, if he shook off, he had to shake off a breaking pitch. Went to a fastball. I think Perez and catcher should be trying to call the game as if it is a one-run game.
Pop up behind first. Francoeur comes in and he's got it. Side retired, so it ends up being a 3-up, 3-down inning. We're headed to the third. 4-0 Kansas City. Report card. Strikeouts per 9 innings. Best numbers in athletics franchise history. Gio Gonzalez is at the top this year. He's averaging 8.9 strikeouts for every 9 innings. Rubato had a good year in 1903, but that was a while ago. No TV then, I don't believe. Francoeur, Giovitella, and Perez here in the top of the third. 4 spot for Kansas City. Francoeur, the back end of a back-to-back home run situation between him and Hosmer. Toward Michael Taylor in right field. He's right there, and he's got it. So I had a 6-pitch first inning, Ray, and a 40-pitch second inning. Is that correct? Or close enough?
Close enough.
You get the idea.
Yeah.
So here's Johnny Giovitella. He lined a single to left field. Well, the Royals, impressive offensively, at least in the first 2 games of this series. For the year, they're 6th in the American League in runs scored. We said they don't necessarily hit a lot of home runs. They're in the lower third in total home runs hit, but decent average, lots of doubles, lots of stolen bases. They lead the American League in sacrifice hits. So that has certainly helped them. 132 stolen bases. Well, doubles aren't home runs, but they can do a lot of damage. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Giovitella strikes out.
I always thought doubles, gap to gap. Doubles can drive in a lot of runs. That contact with a good curveball, a little difficult for Giovitella, but Gio needs to try to have a very economical innings after the second inning, which was not very good for him.
Strike to Salvador Perez. Off home plate, slowly hit down the third base line, and the throw by Sizemore just a bit late. So Perez has an infield single.
Now batting, number 24, Michael.
So that is
Navarro.
7 hits now for the Royals.
Sizemore, I think, was thinking about barehanding the ball, then it took a hop to his right and had to reach back with his glove and hand, and not going to have a chance to throw him out anyway. Ball bounced too high off the plate. Decent job considering he wasn't a third baseman before this year.
So you Michael Navarro takes up and away. Navarro had a base hit in the second inning. Six hits in that inning for Kansas City. Anyone around? Navarro tried to hold up, couldn't do it. So Mike Moustakas getting the night off.
Yeah, got it out on the front foot. Did not have the shift, the load, and as a result, all the weight was on the front foot instead of staying back.
And he chases the high fastball, can't catch up with it. Third strikeout for Gio Gonzalez. Royals do not score in the third. starring Brad Pitt, in theaters September 23rd. This film is not yet rated. A's come to bat here in the bottom of the third, and they are trailing 4-0. The A's will have to play comeback in this game. Remember, they were trailing 3-0 after one inning yesterday and came back and actually took the lead. Could not win the game.
Actually, they come back and start with the starting pitcher. Gio Gonzalez has to be the long man, just try to keep him. There's Rich Harden in the middle, gave up the runs early, but saw his club come back and take the lead. Too many pitches for Richie in 5 innings, though.
Yep.
Strikeouts, but pitch count got it.
Sweeney, Recker, and Weeks for the Athletics. Three walks and a run scored yesterday for Sweeney. So getting a chance to play with Coco on the shelf for a little bit. Sweeney came into the game, the second game of the Seattle series, which would have been Saturday. And he was in the lineup Sunday, yesterday, and today, and he's got a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the third. Second base runner for the Athletics.
Number 26, Anthony Recker.
So Recker will hit. .41 pitches for Danny Duffy, so that's a fairly high amount in the third inning. Recker has 3 hits and 11 at-bats.
Well, we saw yesterday what happened when Felipe Paulino struggled, started walking batters, and A's took advantage of it and a leadoff walk in this inning. See if it can help the Athletics.
Short lead for Sweeney at first. There's a fastball first strike. 1-1 to count. Fastball high. Duffy showing a little frustration there. The A's only have had 2 base runners, but I don't know that Duffy's been real sharp in the early going. He's maybe tried to take advantage of that. Missed again.
It's taking a long time in between pitches, which is unnecessary, and it's you got as good a fastball as he does. Still have to mix in other pitches. You just cannot stay with the same pitch and expect to have continued success unless you're just blowing guys away.
And that pitch is high, and back-to-back walks to open up the third.
One of the best deals for baseball fans anywhere is Bart $2 Wednesdays every Wednesday this season. You can get a Plaza Level, Plaza Outfit, or Plaza Reserve ticket for just $2. Take advantage of this offer the rest of the summer as the A's match up against these Royals tomorrow, the Angels, Rangers, and more. Get tickets for all Bart $2 Wednesdays at the Coliseum box office by phone, and for more information or to order online, visit oaklandathletics.com. Series and homestand finale tomorrow, 12:35 first pitch, and radio only.
Yeah.
Radio only. A's have Thursday off, go to Arlington, Texas for a 3-game weekend series, and then back on Monday. The final 10 home games.
Swing and a miss by Jamal Weeks. Rangers won 8-0 tonight. They were in St. Petersburg, so they shut out the Rays. And the Angels are trailing 1-0 in the 4th inning at home to the Seattle Mariners. Good pitching matchup there. Hernandez and Santana. The Mariners have lost 5 in a row, but they have the only 1-0 lead. So the Angels will have to win just to stay 2.5 back. I think if you're in a pennant race and you're chasing a team or team chasing you, I would rather have my game be finished, wouldn't you? And you know, hope that you win and you put pressure on the other team.
Well, you want to win and then
sit back and enjoy. Yeah.
I think one of the best and the worst things that has happened out of town scoreboards. Just because if you're a player, you're watching it. If you're in contention, you're watching as the other games develop. I mean, before the out-of-town scoreboards, you play your game, you didn't know what happened until the game was over.
Yeah.
I remember when the Blue Jays back in the early 90s were winning, and of course the teams they were chasing, or they were chasing the Blue Jays, had already lost back east. And they're sitting here saying, doesn't bother us. We know we're not going to lose any ground. Instead of picking up a game.
Sure. So Weeks trying to get the A's on the board here in the bottom of the 3rd. Fastball outside. 51 pitches now for Duffy, and he has not gotten out here in the 3rd inning.
Think about just in this inning with the 2 walks and now 2 and 2, 6 pitch coming up to Jamal Weeks. How many pitches other than fastballs is he throwing?
Not a lot. There's a shot, base hit, left center field. Sweeney's going to come in to score. Record a 3rd, and Weeks is going to have a double. They were shading him toward right center, and Cabrera had a long run to get over there, and Weeks has the double. A's are on the board.
Well, and even with 2 strikes, typically you're playing off field a little bit. Jamal Weeks does not have a lot of power for home run wise, but because he's able to look fastball and look at this ball just hooked. You don't see it very often where the ball actually hooks. But Jamal Weeks hooked it into left center, almost a collision. And a ball clearly into the gap. Ryan Sweeney scoring easily. Record a 3rd. And that quickly with a couple of walks and a double. The A's 2nd and 3rd. Nobody out.
Now here's Pennington. First pitch inside.
There's a curveball. So not a bad first pitch, but if you miss, and now allows Cliff Pennington to sit fastball and maybe be able to turn on one. He wants to hit the ball ideally to the right side to drive in a run and advance another to 3rd.
Duffy catches the outside corner.
Make some quality outs. It could be a 1-run game at worst right now with 2 runners on.
Pennington goes down and hooks a low pitch foul, so he's behind in the count 1-2. It all started with back-to-back walks to Sweeney and Recker.
Yesterday in the 2nd inning, Paulino 2 outs and then 2 walks. And capped by the 3-run home run, Scott Sizemore.
Nice block by Salvador Perez.
Two is always a critical pitch, as Hosmer found out when he faced Gio. Throw him a fastball, hit a home run. As he figured if throws a curveball here and misses, he's going to be guaranteed to throw a fastball 3-2. There's the curveball. Now here comes the fastball. That's why the 2-2 is so critical. Unless you have confidence to throw the same pitch 3-2, you throw 2-2. But with a 3-run lead, he's got to take a chance. And he could throw one. Bob McClure was very good. He might throw a changeup 3-2. His left-hander probably is going to throw a fastball.
And that's a base hit to left field. 1 run scores. They'll stop Weeks at third. And now it's 4-2. And the throw goes all the way through. And it rolls away. Pennington goes to second. So Pennington gets the RBI, heads up base running, and now the A's are really in business.
Rare error, but watch out Pennington. The fastball 3-2 just got on top of it. Same as Jamal Weeks, and well, there's your difference. And very good hitting approach by the Athletics. And Alex Gordon just throwing the ball back in. There was no play going to the plate, and actually that could have been handled better by Perez as it tried to backhand the ball. He could have actually gone up and caught the ball in the air. No error. Went to second on the throw.
Yeah, he was taken off for second when Pennington was, when he realized the throw was not going to be cut off.
Well, that's overthrowing the cutoff, man.
So 4-2, and Hideki Matsui coming up. Still nobody out in the inning.
Duffy has obviously a good fastball. He throws a curveball, but have not seen a changeup or slider. The numbers for Matsui with runners in scoring position, as we have talked since he has been with the Athletics, a true professional hitter, especially with runners in scoring position.
Pops a foul to the left side. So 2 walks and then a double and a single. The RBI for Pennington was his 54th of the year. This one skied to shallow left. Weeks is tagging. Gordon in shallow, and Weeks is going to bluff, and the throw is through to the plate. It kicks away past the catcher, and Duffy is there to back it up. So it just was not quite deep enough.
And also the reputation of the outfield. On the Royals, about 20 outfield assists for Alex Gordon himself. But as Jamal Weeks turned his back towards home plate, going back to third base, looking at Mike Gallego, finding out what he was going to do. Perez having a difficult time to catch or stop anything that's coming to him. But with nobody out, unlikely going to take a chance with that shallow of a fly ball.
So here's Willingham. He'll try to get it done. First pitch, got a fastball, fouled it back. Willingham popped out in foul territory to Hosmer to end the first inning. Must have been looking for something else.
Well, he swung a first pitch fastball, first at bat, same in the second, but this fastball maybe thought a little bit outside. With a gift is there. Infield's back all the way around, so any contact, the A's score at least one.
Good breaking ball, and Willingham can't pull the trigger. So Duffy makes a couple of big pitches. 2 outs here in the third.
The key in this at bat, getting ahead of Josh Willingham, and there's a good curveball. A little surprised he's not thrown it, except when he's gotten ahead.
So 2 outs, it's up to Sizemore. A hit could tie the game. Sizemore bounced back to Duffy in the second inning. Sizemore had the 3-run homer yesterday. His only hit in the game. He was 1 for 4. Breaking ball, bounce toward third. Navarro has it. He throws just in time. Side retired. A's do get a couple of runs, so they close the gap. We're headed to the fourth. It's a 4-2 Royals lead. AT&T, who are the 2 players in Royals history that share the franchise rookie record for the longest hitting streak in a season at 15 games. First pitch, top of the 4th inning to Alcides Escobar is a strike. Showed bunt. Escobar, Gordon, and Cabrera. Royals leading 4-2, top of the 4th. Sizemore grabs it, throws in time. Sizemore was playing in, and that's out number 1. So to the top of the order, and Alex Gordon.
Now batting, number 4, Alex Gordon.
Joe Gonzalez doing his job after the 4-run second inning. Infield hit last inning, so just needs to keep it going, give his club a chance. I think he thought he's going to take them out at least with a tie game. After the A's had second and third, nobody out, but could not score another run. But it's got to be hard to be a pitcher to sit in the dugout and see base runners and nobody else. Figure I got to get something out of this, and you got to realize you head back out with nothing. Life of a pitcher. You just have to put blinders on and forget about anything that's happening. Just trying to get the outs. Brandon McCarthy did it perfectly over the weekend. Saturday did exactly that.
1-2 to Gordon. Gordon is 0 for 2. He had an RBI ground out in the second inning. No swing. So a pretty good take by Alex Gordon to run the count full. Very close.
There's the confidence back with the curveball, throwing it 3-2 to a pretty good left-handed hitter.
Last year, Alex Gordon for the Royals hit .215 with 8 home runs, 20 RBIs in 74 games. This year, they're talking about a contract extension. How about that? He strikes out there. So 2 outs here in the top of the 4th.
For all the pressure, the extra time that it takes, the 3-2 curveball that was fouled back, maybe put in the back of the mind of Gordon that he's going to get another one a little bit slow on his swing on the 3-2 fastball. Gio's got a good one and threw it by him.
First pitch to Melky Cabrera is popped up. Allen's going to have a play. And he does, and that's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Gio Gonzalez. Bottom of the 4th coming up, 4-2, Kansas City. Players in Royals history that share the franchise rookie record for the longest hitting streak in a season at 15 games. David DeJesus did it twice in his rookie year of 2004, and Mike Moustakas this season. David DeJesus, of course, up until this year, his entire big league career with the Kansas City Royals.
Well, you have a trivia question. Neither one's in the lineup tonight. How about that? Come on, man.
I know.
It's all right. Should have been in the lineup. Sometimes you need a night off.
So 0-2 to Brandon Allen. He'll be followed by Taylor and Sweeney here in the bottom of the 4th. He's got 2 runs in that 3rd inning, but I think they felt like they should have had more.
I said it had a tie game. Seriously, just the fact that second and third, nobody out, you got to get them in.
Yep. Tella throws out Allen. So Brandon Allen 0 for 2, and that's out number 1.
Now batting, right fielder, number 23, Michael Taylor.
So Michael Taylor, who hit a fly ball to right field in the second inning, steps up, takes low. So Taylor 0 for 4 with a walk so far in his big league career. Very good fastball, good swing. Taylor missed it. 1-1. Well, Duffy, after he walked 2 and then gave up back-to-back hits, really got 3 huge outs, and that may have helped his confidence a little bit.
Or maybe what his pitching coach Robert Clark told him.
Whatever it may have been. The shortstop Escobar is underneath it. He's got it. So that's out number 2 here in the 4th. Well, A's fans, do you have a question for A's analyst Greg Cadaret? Tweet your question to @CSN Athletics with the hashtag #AskGreg. Your question could be answered tonight during A's postgame live. CSNCalifornia.com, your interactive home for A's baseball all season long. Check in. Greg will answer your question. He will. He really will. 2 outs for Sweeney. Sweeney walked and scored in that 3rd inning. So Sweeney had 5 at-bats in this series. He's walked 4 times. One of those walks intentional. Breaking ball, bounce towards short. Escobar throws in time, and Danny Duffy, just like that, has retired 6 in a row, headed to the 5th.
Hey fans, I'm sending.
Win. The A's face the Tigers. Get an A's team photo presented by Grant Thornton LLP. For tickets, go to OaklandAthletics.com/tickets.
Fifth inning, and Billy Butler is going to lead it off. That was pitch number 70 for Gio Gonzalez in the ball game. Butler, Hosmer, Francoeur, so it is the heart of the order. Sweeney goes back a couple steps, settles underneath it, and Butler's retired. One out here in the fifth. Here's our true story brought to you by McDonald's. Earlier this year was May 7th. Eric Hosmer. This was his first major league hit. It was off Brandon McCarthy. It was in the bottom of the fifth inning. Big crowds that weekend, and a lot of them were there because they wanted to see Eric Hosmer for the first time.
A true story about that as well. The Royals, and kid makes his major league debut. They bring in the parents, and
yeah, it was nice. Yeah,
we're up there in a suite, so they got a chance to see their son get his first major league hit, and he's going to see a lot of them getting hits because
they'll have other opportunities.
Oh wow! It may be getting their own suite because he's going to get enough hits. He is very, very good.
He's got one there. Broken bat single to center field. So what do you think, Ray? Is he the American League Rookie of the Year? Those are the numbers. Now remember, he missed. So he basically missed a month.
Yeah.
See, he's terrific. But if you're going by numbers, you know, I think the kid with the Angels is probably the front runner, Mark Trumbo.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
I mean, Trumbo has been there the whole year. And coming into, I looked at his numbers today, 26 homers and 80 RBIs for Trumbo. So you could make a pretty good point with Trumbo. I mean, he saved the Angels.
He is their MVP because Kendrys Morales is out all season, and he stepped in. Probably would not even have been there if Morales was healthy. And
probably be in AAA.
Thought he would be, and Trumbo has stepped in and did a tremendous job considering. I'm sure Mike Sosa just saying, give us what you can give us, and no pressure because we're supposed to be here in the first place. But he's found a home.
Now that doesn't mean Hosmer's not a legitimate candidate. Obviously, he is a candidate. Maybe tough to beat out Trumbo. You know, Jordan Walden, the Angels closer.
Yeah,
he's a rookie too.
Yeah, there's some good rookies in the American League this season. There's no doubt. But I mean, when Hosmer doesn't win this year from the award standpoint, he's got a chance to win a lot of awards in his future. Yeah. And talk about a franchise player, you're looking at one right there in Eric Hosmer.
1-2 to Jeff Francoeur. Line drive, a base hit, a curveball that hung. So 2 on, 1 out.
Gio needs to get a couple of outs before the Royals. He just took too much off this curveball. It was kind of rolled towards the middle of the plate, trying to go to the back foot, did not get back there. As Francoeur, the veteran, able to hammer the ball before it did get to the back foot. Francoeur talking about how happy he was because he did confirm, as we speculated, that clubs were after him before the trading deadline, and his agent and the Royals got together, said they were close, figured out something, and signed him to the 2-year contract. So everybody's happy, and Royals have to be.
Hosmer goes, and he's going to be in there with a stolen base. Francoeur stays at first. So that's the 9th stolen base for Hosmer. He's a big kid. He's about 6'4", 6'5", but he can run.
Look up the middle. Nobody holding him. Gio not even looked at second base, and so he had the big lead because he was not being held. And that is going to take the double play ground ball for Gio to get out of the inning. Unfortunately, Francoeur, the trailing runner at first base, didn't see him go initially and could not get into second base. At least the A's do have a chance for the double play.
0-1 to Gio Vitella. Slowly hit. We'll go to first, and Gio Vitella's out. The run comes in to score. So it's a productive out for Gio Vitella. He gets the RBI, and it's 5-2.
Well, there's your stolen base, too. And that stolen base, unnecessary from the A's standpoint. Just one of those that Hosmer took advantage, got to third, and
number 13, Salvador.
if he's first and second, Now it's second and third, 2 outs instead. His stolen base gets him in.
So here's Salvador Perez. You know, talking about that Rookie of the Year, Ray, you know, I think if Jamal Weeks would have played the whole year, he would be a legitimate candidate.
Yeah.
You know, June, I believe, early June, right, is when he came up. So you're talking about just from a statistical standpoint. You add 2 months worth of numbers onto his, I think he'd be a very legitimate candidate. Same thing with the kid in Seattle, Ackley.
Yeah, well, you're looking at different types of players, and especially Jamal Weeks, more of a get on base running type of a player. He's not going to hit the power.
But in 79 games, so you're talking about Mark Trumbo probably playing 130, somewhere in that range. Right center field, that's a base hit. Salvador Perez just reached out, poked it to right center, and he's going to have an RBI double, and it's 6-2. The Royals lead. Pretty good hitting by Perez, and he is 3 for 3. So you watch where the pitch is. I guess this is what you should do with it.
Well, look at the curveball. Just the way it's not breaking sharply, and you know, it's tough for Gio to throw a backdoor curveball because it does not have the sharp bite to it. And it has to be thrown down and in to the right-handers. He has to throw it hard, finish with it for it to be successful. So the 2 of the A's did not score to tie the game. Now have seen the Royals add 2 more to make it a 4-run game again.
Navarro bounces one in the hole. The throw is not dug out by Allen. So everybody's safe as Perez ends up at third and Navarro is aboard.
Throw him a sinker at first base, and Brandon Allen just couldn't come up with the backhand. Played it perfectly there. A little crow hop and
Now batting.
short hop. Brandon Allen has come up with those. Fortunately, knocked it down enough that Perez could not score, but enough of a glove on the ball. You know, if he's running hard, well, you see guys, Coco Crisp and Cleveland did it, and you see guys with speed, they'll run hard to third, they'll round the bag, especially they know the throw from short all the way across the diamond, and you'll see some go and not even stop. And that's a play, especially if you've got any kind of speed at all. It's a decent play to try.
Texas Rangers, he would have been coming home.
That's a run. That is a run.
Just kept on running. So Escobar hits first and third. He had an RBI single in the second. So Pennington gets charged with the error. It's the 21st error of the season for Pennington. Pretty good pitch, but a bit inside, says Bob Davidson. 2-1. "86 pitches for Gio with 2 outs in the 5th. Well, the Royals showing the A's again tonight what they can do offensively. Bottom of the order has hurt the A's tonight. Line shot foul. But 10 hits for Kansas City so far in the game to go with their 6 runs. Fastball, very close. Well, Bob Davidson didn't call it earlier in the at-bat, and he didn't call it there.
Well, that's exactly where Recker should be set up, and he's off the plate inside. And really, to get to that, I don't see what Bob Davidson does not see the way the ball, and of course, that one did, was off the plate.
And there's the walk. So Escobar walks to load the bases.
Now batting, number 4, Alex Gordon.
So that's the second walk issued by Gio Gonzalez. And now you have to be concerned about a hit here and this game getting away from you a little bit. First pitch to Gordon. Outside. Fastball called a strike. Perez at third, Navarro at second, Escobar at first. Third pitch coming up from Gio. It's low. Kerrigan starts to throw. Well, no place to put Alex Gordon, obviously.
Let's see if he expands his zone a little bit, thinking it. Rightfully so. He's got to get a fastball, 3-1. She is capable of throwing it by him.
And he missed way outside, and Gordon walks with the bases loaded at 7-2. Salvador Perez trots home. So a couple of RBIs for Gordon in the game. He does not have a hit. So he now has 78 on the year. So another frustrating inning for Gio Gonzalez. He's had two very tough innings. Second inning, Royals sent 10 to the plate, scored 4. They've batted around again here in the 5th and scored 3.
Now batting, number 53, Melky Cabrera.
So Melky Cabrera will hit. Cabrera is 0 for 3 and 2 for 8 in the series. First pitch is low. Cabrera got a good rip at that one.
That's too bad for Gio to have a couple of walks in this inning. His walks have risen throughout the season. And just one coming into this inning.
This one's driven to center, but Sweeney's going to get back. He's got it side retired. 3 runs for the Royals. So we're going to the bottom of the 5th inning. 7-2 Kansas City. Recker, Jamal Weeks, and Cliff Pennington. And Danny Duffy, who has been in and out of trouble some tonight, especially in that third inning, but he has settled in and retired 6 in a row.
And he's retired 6 in a row, and his club has come back to add on to their already, well, at least a 2-run lead. Now it's even more.
Recker walked and scored in that third inning.
How's the game in Yankee Stadium?
Just underway. So we've been told that the Yankees and the Orioles had a rain delay, and it rained, and it rained, and it rained. And they started the game at 11:07 East Coast time. That's PM. 11:07. So 4-hour rain delay. And they finally started the game at Yankee Stadium. This one's skied to left, but it's going to stay in. Gordon is under it.
Friday, September the 16th, Star Wars music will accompany the post-game fireworks show presented by Kelly Moore Paints. Get a Star Wars t-shirt purchasing a field-level ticket online using the coupon code JEDI. Each ticket purchase will include an equal number of t-shirt vouchers for pickup at the game. $1 from every Jedi ticket sold will be donated to the Stand Up to Cancer. For tickets, go to oaklandathletics.com/Star Wars. Music got me pumped up. Well, I was thinking about the music. It's been a while.
So anyways, the Yankees and the Orioles, no score in the third inning. They had rain all up and down the East Coast. Phillies and the Braves, they're still playing. That game was delayed. They're in the 8th inning. And Steven Strasburg started tonight for the Nationals against the Dodgers, and that game was delayed by rain. That game just went final about 20 minutes ago.
Well, there was talk about maybe not putting him into that game.
Yeah, it was bad weather.
Understandably, coming off the Tommy John surgery. But no doubt a big crowd on hand. But correct me if I'm wrong. The Baltimore at New York, then they have a makeup game, the same two teams in Baltimore on Thursday.
That's right. That's right. They were talking about that when we were there.
Right, because they.
The 7th.
That would be the 7th.
Make that the 8th.
The 8th, right. They were placed. The Yankees are supposed to play tomorrow, fly to Anaheim, spend the off day on Thursday in Anaheim before starting the weekend series. But because of Hurricane Irene, they played Friday, no game Saturday, doubleheader Sunday, but they were supposed to play, what, 5 and 4 days?
Supposed to play 5 and 4.
So now they're playing the Orioles at home. They're both going to catch a bus or a flight and go to Baltimore, play the makeup game on Thursday, and then head out.
So they were going to wait that one out as long as they could, and they did. So they are playing baseball in New York.
Well, they're talking to the people in Cleveland about the number of makeup games they have. The Red Sox also with the day-night doubleheader. So a lot of makeup games in this final 3 weeks of the regular season.
And you know what? It is an issue for teams, I mean, outside of California.
Oh, yes.
I mean, you know, we don't really deal with it much as far as home rainouts. Don't at all. Duffy has a 3-up, 3-down inning. He's retired 9 in a row, so he has settled in 7-2 after 5.
by authority of the Oakland Athletics and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Athletics Investment Group, LLC.
Seven to 2, the Royals lead. It's the top of the 6th inning. And when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts. Andrew Kerrigan comes in. So Gio Gonzalez, not a good start for Gio. 5 innings, 10 hits, 7 and 6 on the runs and earned runs. Kerrigan's first pitch to Butler is outside. Butler, Hosmer, and Francoeur. Kerrigan made his major league debut on Friday.
Well, as Ron Romanek said, he's going to get T-shirts printed up for some of the guys in the bullpen, the I-95, because they throw 95, 96 miles per hour. So Neil Wagner in his debut, first pitch, the big leagues at 96. Kerrigan the same thing.
So 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, and 98 pitches for Gio. He had a 3-up, 3-down first inning. In fact, a 6-pitch first inning for Gio. Bad second inning, bad 5th inning. One pitch is hit hard into right field, a base hit. So Butler, even on 3-1, not afraid to take one the other way.
Well, his stance and his approach, as we showed yesterday, the way he kind of slides the foot back, the front foot, watch the front foot kind of brings it back and then goes forward. So that's the load. And Kevin Seitzer, the hitting coach, I asked him the importance of that load right there. And he said there's different ways, about 3 different ways. And that's one where Butler slides the front foot back along the ground, but transfers the weight from the back forward. And there's no doubt if you're going to hit at this level, you have to load up. You just can't go from bat in hand forward and then just a step. You've got to get the bat back and the weight shift. And really not surprised he does not try to pull even a 3-1 fastball like that. Takes it to right field.
Anthony Recker is under it. He's got it. So Hosmer is retired. So 1 out here in the top of the 6th, and that'll bring up Jeff Francoeur.
Now batting.
Well, Francoeur got a chance to extend the arm, target inside, the pitch down the middle of the plate, and that was crushed. Oof.
Fastball on the inside corner, strike to Francoeur. Francoeur also singled in the 5th and scored. So he scored a couple of runs. Mariners leading the Angels 2-1 in the 6th inning down in Anaheim. Rangers won their game early. Angels have to win. It's breaking ball on the outside.
The A's will have a bunch of fans in Southern California rooting for them this weekend.
Yes, they will.
So the A's will be in Texas for the 3-game series against the Rangers.
So the A's have 6 games left against Texas and 6 games left against the Angels.
That man's going to try to win every one of them.
Yep. Also 4 against Detroit at home. Good fastball right past Francoeur for out number 2.
A challenge with a fastball, and that's the good one from Kerrigan.
Now batting, number 9, Johnny Giavotella.
So here's Johnny Giovitella. Giovitella singled and scored in the second, struck out in the third, and an RBI ground out in the fifth.
Nice easy 94, 95 mile an hour fastball by Kerrigan, just right over the top, four-seamer. Hits the location, outside corner. It's a very good pitch. You can cheat a little bit, just keep going out. Maybe get the call from Balk and Bob Davidson. I haven't seen any balks from him lately.
Nope.
He's at first base last night and didn't call a balk.
That's usually where he does his best work, at first base.
Took one off the arm tonight, though, and still in there.
That one lined but fouled on the right field line. Salvador Perez would be next. There are 2 outs. And another foul ball by Giovitella. So the bullpen last night went 4 innings. They're going to have to go 4 again tonight.
Three consecutive games of 4 innings.
Royals bullpen won the battle of bullpens big time yesterday. Runner goes. This one's drilled to right center field. That's hit well. Taylor's on the move. Taylor's on the move. He makes the catch. Terrific running play by Michael Taylor in right center field. He takes extra bases away from Giovitella. Scam. Coors Light Freeze Cam is brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. It's the world's most refreshing beer. Bottom of the 6th. Work to do for the A's as they are trailing 7-2.
And scored a couple of runs off Duffy. Got a little upset because ever since back-to-back hits, he's given up nothing. Remember last night we were talking about the percentage of runs being scored with the runner at third and less than 2 outs of about 57% across the league.
Yep.
said that's impossible. He figured he should be higher than that. 2 tonight for the A's. The difference of game being tied at the time when the A's had a chance to get a 4-run inning, and just the simple out, productive out, would have scored 1, and another out or even a sac fly, base hit would have scored the other, and that could have maybe changed this whole game around. Instead, Duffy got out of it, and kudos to him, and then settled down, and now his club has added even more.
Well, and you think of as simple as Giovatelli, the little chopper to third with the runner at third, less than 2 outs. Got to run home.
And stolen base by Hosmer gets him there for that little infield out. And Matsui has been one of the best, but he could not do it in the 3rd inning. And Willingham also a strikeout victim.
Giovatelli way out on the grass, guns it to first. Matsui's out. So 1 out. Well, tune in Saturday at 12:30 as Cal travels to Boulder to face the University of Colorado. Strange scheduling quirk. This is technically not a Pac-12 game since it was scheduled before the Pac-12 was formed. It's Cal, Colorado, only on Comcast Sportsnet California. Check it out Saturday at 12:30. Bears beat Fresno State last week. They'll try to go to 2-0 and beat Colorado. First pitch to Willingham is a fastball that's a bit high.
Well, as the college football season begins, I will simply say my favorite would be Joe Paterno.
You like Joe?
Oh, 84?
I think he's 84, yeah.
He had an article in USA Today about, I remember who did it, but it was a great article because they went to a senior citizen home and they were interviewing some of the people there. And they said, oh, he's a youngster. These people were 85, 86. He said, he's just a kid. He's just 84. And those same folks would get the bus and go over to watch Penn State. And their good buddy Joe Paterno coached the Nittany Lions. That is a great story. I mean,
well, his press conferences are priceless because whatever question they had, it could be like just the most basic like, you know, why did you pass on 3rd down? Whatever. He just doesn't even, he doesn't even want to hear about it, so he just says whatever. Yeah. It's great. He can do whatever he wants.
He is great. I mean, he's been around forever. I mean, he's
he is, and he's not going anywhere.
What is it? The president said, I think it's time for you to retire. He says, no, I think it's time for me to get a new 5-year contract.
That's right.
And he got it. I mean, how are you going to tell Joe Paterno anything if you're, I mean, he's a legend at Penn State. That was a great story. 84 years young and still running out and coaching on the Lions. He has to just be worried about his own players and some of the guys running him over.
So the A's need bunches of base runners as we're getting close to the back end of the game, bottom of the 6th inning. Hit well to center, but in the ballpark. Cabrera is back. He's under it. And that's out number 2. 11 in a row retired by Danny Duffy. I'm not sure he's doing a whole lot of anything different than he was doing earlier in the game, but the A's just are not putting any hits together.
Right, 3-2 to Willingham, but by and large, since that 3rd inning, he's been getting ahead of hitters and as a result using his curveball a little bit more. He has not had an occasion tonight where he had to intentionally walk a batter. Recent start. He had a runner at second, 3-1 count. So Ned Yost said, let's walk him intentionally. Hit the backstop. And when asked afterwards, he said, I've never, ever in my career been asked to give an intentional walk. He didn't know how to do it.
Wow.
Ned Yost said, come on, you have pitch outs, or, you know, he said, but it's not an intentional walk. And so he threw the ball and airmailed it over to the catcher. The guy goes to third base. He got out of the inning, but right, can you imagine a pitcher Major League level never been asked to intentionally walk a batter, did not know how to do it?
Well, that eliminates a little strategy too, right? I mean,
well, if you think about it, the catcher puts out his right hand, and he says that's the target. He has to stay in the catcher's box until actually the pitch is released before he can move out and catch the ball. So if you're a pitcher, you're throwing, it's like throwing to that arm on the dunk the guy, you know, with the dunk the pool. You got to throw that arm and you hit that.
As opposed to a whole catcher's
body
who's sitting down.
Yeah. He just couldn't do it. But they could laugh about it because he got out of the inning. But I remember having pitchers take him down to the bullpen and actually work on intentionally walking guys, because it's just different when you're standing there putting your right hand out. The guy's got the quizzical look back there saying, just think about the hand, you know, throw to the hand, not a catcher's mitt and a body, but just the right hand. Difficult, right? Which we'll work on it tomorrow, B.I.
Is the quizzical look on?
He's got that look. What?
Breaking ball hit off Duffy. He hangs in there, flips to first side, retired, jogs off the mound, seems to be okay. And he is rolling. He's retired 12 in a row. Fresh Ask Glenn and Ray question. Big Bill from Los Banos asks, hey guys, how do you make a good blue cheese dressing? Well, all right, here you go, Bill. Get your pen and pencil out.
That's what Grady's got right now, right?
3/4 cup sour cream.
Blue cheese dressing?
1 1/3 cup of mayonnaise. Teaspoon Worcestershire sauce. Get some dry mustard, some garlic powder, some salt, ground pepper, and then 4 ounces of blue cheese crumbled. Get a large bowl. Whisk together the sour cream, mayo, Worcestershire, a little mustard, garlic powder. Stir in the blue cheese, cover, refrigerate for 24 hours. Serve and enjoy. Big Bill, we wouldn't let you down.
Is that what Rosie brought up to you, Grady?
What do you mean? You didn't think that was mine?
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't? I was trying to sell it that was my recipe.
It was the guy with the Bermuda shorts that came.
Was that guy? Top of the 7th inning.
Oh, that's Chef Rodney's. Is that Chef Rodney's? You know it's good. Chef's worried about football coming because he's going to be busy all winter.
We'll be busy.
Yeah.
Salvador Perez.
Do you have a copy of that?
Yeah, I do. It's right over there. Swing and a miss. So 3 pitches. Kerrigan strikes out Perez for the first out here in the 7th.
Now he does it. Now he makes it out. He's 3 for 3 before this at bat. So Kerrigan, a good job. Just the leadoff single by Butler, and he's retired 4 in a row.
Michael Navarro.
So here's the 8th place hitter, Yamaiko Navarro. He's been on base twice, a single, and then he reached on Pennington's air. Swing and a miss.
It's 12-10 in New York with the Yankees leading 1-0 in the 4th inning. I'd like to know how many of the right field bleachers guys were there to get the roll call at 11 p.m. with a 4-hour rain delay.
Yeah, that's a good call. 2-1 now. Saw Blake Wood out in the Royals bullpen. Two-one pitch to Navarro. Skies one. Foul territory. It'll just reach the seats.
Blake Wood in the bullpen, you might think, well, Duffy, the pitcher, had one off his body. He hit hard the last inning, and that was by Sizemore. But I think he might have been coming out of the game anyway. Got hit on the backside, seemed to be okay. Parents looked like they were a little concerned. Everything looked to be okay.
Another foul ball. Everything's final in the American League except that game in New York and the game in Anaheim. Mentioned the Rangers shutting out the Rays 8-0. That was a complete game shutout by C.J. Wilson, who's 15-6. Swing and a miss by Navarro. Third strikeout for Kerrigan.
Good fastball again. You're coming out of the bullpen. You have a power arm, and you might as well use it. And that's what Kerrigan's been doing. Coming in with 5 outs and just challenging Royals batters.
First pitch to Escobar, swing and a miss. The Tigers won again. They beat the Indians 10-1 in Cleveland. So they are putting their foot down in Cleveland as they won last night and tonight 10-1. Tigers have won 16 of their last 21. Porcello got his 13th win, so they beat the second place Indians. So their lead over Cleveland is now 8.5. White Sox won 3-0, so the White Sox are 8 back. So Detroit certainly looks like they're going to take the AL Central. Red Sox won 14-0. 20 hits for Boston.
Last night they went, what, 10 or 11, lost 1-0 on Lowry's walk-off home run. They didn't score 1 run last night. Blue Jays scored 1. Tonight, 14 by the Red Sox, 0 by the Blue Jays. So the Blue Jays said, we've scored 1 run in this 2 games, and we're even at 1 game apiece.
That's right. We've been outscored.
That's amazing. 1-0 to 14-0, back-to-back games.
So Boston 2 back as they await the outcome of that Yankee game, which is now in the 4th inning. 1-0 New York.
We'll find out the outcome tomorrow morning paper. It won't be in the paper. They'll have to check some other source.
Another foul ball. In that Steven Strasburg game, Strasburg went 5 innings tonight, gave up just 2 hits, no runs. He threw 56 pitches. The Nationals ended up losing the game to the Dodgers 7-3. 29,000 in Washington to see Strasburg.
It's been, what, about a year since he had the surgery? Is that correct?
It was like a year and 2 days off or something like that. So that's pretty good. Now, I don't know how many starts he's going to make this year. I bet they're all at home.
Yes.
Another pop-up, but this one is going to be playable. It's under it, and he's got it. So Andrew Kerrigan has done a nice job. 3 up, 3 down here in the 7th inning stretch. Royals leading 7-2. He has retired 12 consecutive hitters. He's thrown 105 pitches, but he's thrown the ball well. And the A's have not had a hit since the 3rd inning, so he'll face Allen, Taylor, and Sweeney.
I have to wonder if Allen's his only batter with right-hander Blake Wood up in the bullpen.
Fastball there, 0-2.
Well, he's throwing. The only thing might get him out of the game, the pitch count, which is 107. Might as well finish on a positive note if this is his last start.
High fastball on 3 pitches. Brandon Allen strikes out. He's 0 for 3.
It's right up the ladder. Catcher called for it. That's where it was.
Right fielder.
Allen tried to hold up the swing, could not.
Michael Taylor.
So here's Michael Taylor. Taylor, a breaking ball, bounces it past Mike Gallego. Taylor is 0 for 2. He's hit a fly ball to right and a pop out to short. The lefty Jerry Blevins. Duffy runs that fastball up and away to Taylor. Now that would be, Ray, the infamous sneaky fastball. 89, but a little late life.
I just see what kind of load Taylor has. So you notice how Hosmer and Butler kind of have that back leg or the front leg going back in the weight shift. Taylor not as much.
Good swing there. So 2-2 the count.
Two strikes, you don't necessarily, let's say you don't have that same leg kick to load, but what we saw Hosmer with the 2-2 fastball on him. He lifted the leg, weight shift, and smoked a home run to right center.
Good take, and it's a walk.
Sure to take advantage of the final Xfinity Friday Family Pack game of the season on September the 16th. It's also the fireworks show. Remember, that's a big night. You can get 4 plaza level tickets, 4 Coliseum hot dogs, 4 medium sodas, and 4 bags of peanuts for only $50. For tickets, go to OaklandAthletics.com/Friday. September the 16th, you want to be here at the Coliseum with a nice fireworks show, or be in Cleveland trying to get a hit off Lynn Barker. Threw a perfect game for the Tribe.
That's right.
That's what will be happening at Progressive Field in Cleveland. Rather be right here with the fireworks show. 5th and final of the season. What they call him, Large Lenny?
Yep, Large Lenny Barker.
That's what Mike Paul was calling him. Teammate of mine, scout now with the Rockies. Large Lenny.
A walk and a ground out to short. Pitch number 118 for Danny Duffy. And this is, looking at his pitch totals, Ray, this year, this is by far his highest pitch count. 105 was his highest. There's a shot past Hosmer down the right field line, and Michael Taylor, very fast, goes to third, and the A's have first and third, 1 out. So it looks like Ned Yost is going to the bullpen. He's made the call. Danny Duffy, pretty nice job tonight, as he goes 6 1/3, and he leaves with a 7-2 lead. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts.
California is brought to you by Xfinity, home of the most live sports, and by Chevrolet. Go to ChevyBaseball.com to support youth baseball and help make a moment kids will never forget.
Danny Duffy is gone after 6 1/3 innings. He leaves with a 7-2 lead, so the A's do have something going here in the bottom of the 7th. 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, and a career-high 119 pitches for Duffy.
Now batting, the catcher.
He settled down, retired 13 consecutive hitters until the Taylor walk in this inning. So Blake Wood comes in. 49th appearance for Wood. Second year in the Royals bullpen, pitched in 51 games last year.
He can bring it. Good fastball, upper 90s. And we'll see if he challenges, see what the A's can do with runner at third, 1 out.
Oh, yeah. 96 miles an hour, according to the stadium gun.
Well, a chance for Anthony Recker to pick up his first Major League ribbon.
Off-speed pitch and a good one. So now Recker's going to have to battle back. It's 0-2.
Look down at Mike Gallego. Mike kind of turned his back and said, hit. Swing the bat.
And 0-2. He swings and misses at a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. So Recker, 3 pitches, strikes out.
Fastball, slider, fastball. Up the ladder, kind of tailing inside. Could not catch up.
So it'll be up to Weeks to get the 2-out hit. Weeks is 1 for 3. He had the RBI double in the 3rd inning, picking up his 26th RBI of the year. So Weeks now with 96 hits in 79 games. How about that? Strike on the outside corner, didn't have to be. That's a tough pitch to hit. Taylor's at third and Sweeney's at first. Outfield extremely shallow. Gordon playing way over near the line in left field.
Boy, I guess so. Wow. Question is, Blake Wood actually come to a set position as he goes into the stretch. Previous pitch didn't. A lot of movement. He
little squibber, third, and there's going to be no play. Run scores. It was just a little cue shot. Navarro, he made the play, and he actually looked at second briefly, and at that point he was not going to have a play anywhere. Taylor scores, and it's 7-3.
I think he realized that because the way the ball was cued off the end of the bat, had to go to the line just trying to flip the ball to second. So good idea. The runner at first base and Ryan Swindon to get a good jump because of a play like this. Really some chalk up the bat on that one. That's a huge shot. Look at the spin on this ball. It's coming right at you, and hit, kept going. Navarro really didn't have a chance. Definitely not to get Weeks at first.
This one's hit hard on the ground. Escobar stays down on it and throws Pennington outside, retired. A's get a run, so we're going to the 8th. It's 7-3. Kansas City.
Hosmer, 2-2 fastball from Gio, and it was crushed to right center. For Hosmer, his 15th, and Jeff Francoeur crushed another with a left center for his 17th. So fastballs hit very hard, and they sounded very loud.
Jerry Blevins comes in. Blevins faces the top of the order. Hosmer, 2 more hits tonight. Gordon, Cabrera, and Butler here in the top of the 8th inning. A good 2 innings of work for Andrew Carey.
Jerry Blevins very happy for the month of September because he doesn't have to go back to AAA. No roster moves. 5 trips. Gets back to the big leagues and pitched well when he has been here. Quality stuff, and curveball going to drop down a little bit at sidearm, or at least 3/4 from the tall lefty.
1-2 pitch to Gordon. That slider down and away. Gordon does not have a hit, but he's knocked in 2 runs. He knocked in 1 with a ground out in the 2nd, And then in the 5th, he walked with the bases loaded. So he now has 78 runs batted in on the year. He's off the high fastball. Pops this one into foul territory. Sizemore near the seats. Runs out of room. Mariners still leading the Angels 2-1 in the 8th inning. Popped up by Hanger.
I'd have hit him. If he didn't swing at that, it's probably going to hit him.
It was a hanger that was kind of coming right into Gordon, and he went after it and popped it up. So 1 out here in the top of the 8th, and here's Melky Cabrera.
Now batting, number 53, Melky Cabrera.
Cabrera is 0 for 4. Cabrera, tough guy to keep quiet. The A's have done that tonight. He was 2 for 5 last night. Wrecker coming back, and he's got rid of it. So 2 outs. And Billy Butler will hit. Over in the National League, the Phillies beat the Braves again tonight.
Number 16, Billy Butler.
It was a 6-3 final, so that extends the Phillies' lead to 9.5. They have a magic number of 14, so you're starting to see a couple magic numbers coming out. The Cardinals beat the Brewers, so the Brewers cannot add to their lead. Their magic number to win the National League Central is 11. So actually the Brewers are the closest of any team to winning a division so far at this point.
Think about it, 3 weeks from tomorrow the season ends.
Exactly.
Regular season ends on
So
the 28th of September.
If your magic number with 3 weeks left to go is in the teens, you should be feeling pretty good. Right at Pennington, who gobbles it up. So Jerry Blevins has a 3 up for down inning. We are going to the bottom of the 8th from the O.co Coliseum. A's down by 4.
No way!
Game Summer brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Royals. 3-5-1 for the A's. Danny Duffy, decent start. Gio Gonzalez, not so good. 6 earned runs allowed in 5 innings. As we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. And Hideki Matsui to lead it off. Blake Wood, the big right-hander, faced 3 batters in the 7th. Back out there. Ray talked about how hard he throws. He's a big guy, 6'5", 230 pounds. 3rd-round pick in 2006 of the Royals. So another quality young arm in that bullpen. And the Royals have a bunch of those.
Again, you get the hard throwing guys coming out of the pen. You can challenge with fastballs, and that's what Wood is doing. So Carey can do the same thing for the Athletics.
Hard hit ball to Escobar, and Hideki Matsui is retired. He's 1 for 4. He's only had 5 hits in the game. 2 of them came in the 7th inning.
Left fielder.
They only had 4 hits last night. They did manage to score 6 runs or make that yesterday. Willingham is 0 for 3.
Born in Atlanta,
Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech, not surprised.
Had a few good players come out of Georgia Tech.
If it goes to Stadium in Atlanta and does a chop.
Yeah, he's been there before, I bet. Willingham, a foul out, a strikeout, and a fly ball to center field. Take there, 2-2. On deck is Sizemore. Swing and a miss. Hard slider, and Willingham strikes out for the 2nd time.
The hard breaking slider, of course, is going along with his great fastball, and Josh opened up just enough with the slider breaking away from him.
Scott Sizemore.
Now, would you agree, Ray, if you're throwing 95 miles an hour, you want to throw a off-speed pitch, it doesn't need to have a big break on it, but if you can throw just a tight slider, that's going to be a great pitch for you.
Drop about 7 or 8 miles off your 98-mile-an-hour fastball.
Like that one right there, 87, catches the outside corner.
I would think Buck and Bob Davidson, who's watching Blake Wood, would say he's not stopping. Of course, he doesn't have to now with nobody on base, but well, last inning he's doing the same thing he's doing right now, which was surprising. And that's a continuation. He's really not stopping.
Nope.
And again, he did that last inning. Maybe because Bob's looking right at him instead of being on the bases, a little bit different for him. Matt Weiss would probably have to go in the clubhouse and get some ice for Bob Davidson. Matt takes care of the umpires, and Robinson had that foul ball off his right arm earlier in the game. Still in there, though.
Hosmer makes the catch near the seats, and that's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Ninth inning coming up. 7-3 Kansas City. Roaring Camp Railroads. Whether it's a steam train through the Redwood Forest or beach train to Santa Cruz, Roaring Camp is the ride of a lifetime. RoaringCamp.com. Downtown Oakland on a Tuesday night. Hosmer to lead it off. Jerry Blevins had a nice 3-up, 3-down, 8th inning. He'll try to do the same here in the 9th, get the A's back in the dugout, keep it a 4-run deficit. Score. Slices one, left field line. It's going to head into foul territory. Bouncing the seats. So 0-2 to the young first baseman, who's 2 for 4 with that home run. He also singled and scored in the 5th, stole a base. So he scored a couple of runs tonight. Right there with a good fastball. Well spotted. That's the first strikeout for Jerry Blevins.
One of the best pitches a pitcher can throw. 0-2. Just go for the strikeout. A lot of times the hitter thinks maybe he's going to try to get you to chase a pitch, but Jerry Blevins nailed the outside corner with a perfectly thrown fastball. Cabrera saying that's a pretty good fastball, wasn't it?
Here's Francoeur. Francoeur is 2 for 4 with a home run and a couple of runs scored, just like Hosmer. The Royals bullpen is quiet. So maybe Blake Wood will head out there unless somebody gets up in the next couple minutes. It'll be Allen, Taylor, and Sweeney, the 3 scheduled hitters for the Athletics. Johnny Giovotella is the on-deck hitter. Two to Francoeur. His home run in the second was his 17th of the year. Now has 77 RBIs.
Somebody's trying to do a roll call. It just doesn't sound the same.
No, it doesn't.
Maybe that's all the way from New York.
I'm afraid that works in one spot.
Game's already in the 6th inning in New York.
2-0 Yankees leading the Orioles. 9th inning in Anaheim, Seattle 2 and the Angels 1. Another 2-2 to Jeff Francoeur. The Mariners have brought their closer in, Brandon League, for the bottom of the ninth. The Angels were to come back, it would be a game and a half out. Pennington in the hole. His throw is just a little late. He threw it on the move.
Time now for the Fremont Bank plays of the game. Danny Duffy, what a start for him tonight, is on the mound for the Royals. Good fastball, struck out Weeks to start the game. Big strikeout was no doubt Willingham, and getting also Hideki Matsui. The A's had a chance to tie the game. Had a couple of walks. Parents liked it. A couple of walks in the 3rd inning, but then back-to-back hits made it 4-2. The 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. Hideki Matsui popped up to left field. And then Willingham strike out, and that's a nice night for him.
Francoeur swipes second base, his 20th steal of the year.
First move by Francoeur. Osborne had a big stolen base. It helped the Royals score a run with an infield out.
The Royals have stolen 4 bases in this series, and remember, they lead the American League in steals. They now have 134. Certainly helped them get a run, you're right. Giovitella is 1 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. Pitch number 25 coming up for Blevins in his 2nd inning of work. Not a big guy, but he takes a rip at it, that's for sure. Got a little Dustin Pedroia in him. He's 5'8", 185 pounds. A line drive, Weeks has it, and he gets to the bag, not quite in time.
Yeah, the only play was for Jamal Weeks. Ball wasn't hit that hard. Francoeur almost went too far with the ball in front of him to his left and started. Jamal Weeks quickly went back, and right second base umpire looking right at it as Francoeur got his foot back quickly enough.
So here's Salvador Perez with 2 outs. In the hole again for Pennington. Straightens up and he throws just in time to get Perez. Side retired. Perez flipped the ankle of Brandon Allen. Both guys seem to be okay. 9th inning coming up. join us Friday. It'll be game 1, A's Rangers from Arlington, Texas. Brandon McCarthy and Colby Lewis is the pitching matchup. Coverage begins at 4:30 with A's pregame live. The ball game at 5. Complete A's coverage every night on Sportsnet Central and CSNCalifornia.com. So there'll be a little pennant fever there in Arlington. The Angels have just lost. Brandon Lee retired the side in order. The Mariners beat the Angels 2-1. So it is now a 3.5 game lead for the Texas Rangers in the AL West. Here's a strike to Brandon Allen. Allen, Taylor, Sweeney against Blake Wood. He's gone an inning and 2/3 so far, giving up just 1 hit. He struck out a couple. He's ahead of the count. It's funny, you see a guy. Wood has pitched against the A's a couple times this year. You watch him tonight, you're thinking, how does he ever give up a run? Yeah. Get good stuff. Perez tried to block it, and he probably wishes that he didn't.
Well, it's an important block to try to make in case the hitter swings at it wildly, and it's a wild pitch. A couple of strikes. Hard slider in the dirt. So he takes it off the right arm. Bob Davidson said, payback. Big Bob got one off the same right arm. He's still in there fighting it. He's been around a long time, probably taken a lot of those. So Perez gets one in the dirt right off the same right arm.
Now full count to Allen. He's need a host of base runners. Swing there by Allen, a tailing fastball. And there's the walk. So there's a start. Well, in-depth sports news for the Bay Area fan. We got it. Go deep with Sportsnet Central. It's brought to you by Hyundai tonight at 10:30, and it's on our sister station, Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. A's Royals highlights. Michael Crabtree, what is his status? And Raiders' newest weapon. Again, 10:30 on CSN Bay Area. Leadoff walk to Allen. Here's Michael Taylor. Jammed on the fastball, pops a foul down the right field line.
Well, big backdrop signage. See that Men's Warehouse, one of George Zimmer's guaranteeing a comeback tonight.
Sure he is. It's your good friend, George Zimmer.
George Zimmer, that's right. I guarantee. George's a good man.
Taylor bounces one up the middle, and he's got his first major league hit. So Michael Taylor keeps the 9th inning rolling. Sure, he gets the baseball. Congratulations to Michael Taylor.
Well, he could say, I not only got my first hit, but I just knocked Blake Wood out of the game. Ed Yost coming out, and he's got his closer. It is a same situation. Got the tying run in the on-deck circle. Let's just hope the tying run can't come in to score.
So Soria is coming in. It's a hard ground ball into center field for a base hit.
Fastball and a good ball hit right back up the middle, and going hard to second base was Brandon Allen. Started to make the turn, but 4 runs down. Nope, shut her down. So ultra mode, nice swing by big Michael Taylor. And let's hope the first up mini for his rookie outfielder.
So 2 on, nobody out. And the first pitch to Ryan Sweeney is a strike from Joaquin Soria. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Oil Change Tune-Up and Smog Experts. So Soria pitched an inning last night. It was not a save situation. He threw 16 pitches. I believe he struck out the side.
3 batters, 3 strikeouts. Sizemore, Weeks, Pennington. A little bit different tonight because save is on the line, but also a couple of runners on base. He's trying to make a comeback in the ninth.
Foul back, and the count is now 1-2. Recker, the on-deck hitter. Another foul ball by Sweeney. After that high fastball, stays alive. Sweeney with a walk and a single. He scored a run. He's also grounded out. Both the guys on the bases are big guys, but they both run very well. Yeah. Allen and Taylor.
Pretty good sized running backs for the A's. They've added some size, there's no doubt, with Brandon Allen coming over and then Michael Taylor joining the club September. Throw up another curveball, speed up his bat, and maybe Ryan Sweeney can hammer one down the right field line. Outfield playing. Sweeney hit the ball to left field.
Just gets a piece of that one. Rolls it foul. Sweeney staying alive. Take by Sweeney. Well, if nothing else, you want the Royals to use their closer 2 nights in a row with the day game tomorrow. Swing and a miss. Sweeney ended up chasing that high fastball. So that's the first out here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Well, you take one and then you see the same pitch, end up swinging at it. He knew after he swung that it was out of the strike zone. Anything, just maybe trying to hold up his swing after he had started, and that says it all. He knew it.
So here's Recker. Recker 0 for 2 with a walk. He scored a run. Breaking ball, and it drops in for a strike on the outside corner. Our A's post-game live coming up right after the ball game. Henry and Greg are standing by in the studio. Another breaking ball, but Recker lays off that one, and it's outside. That game at Yankee Stadium is 2-2 in the 6th inning. It would be 1:05 a.m. at Yankee Stadium.
46,222 on hand. Probably all still in their seats.
Recker swings and misses, so the count 1-2.
They don't close down the 4 train, do they?
Good question.
A lot of people leaving.
Curious to see how many people are there. Probably not very many. So Recker behind in the count. Jamal Weeks waiting in the on-deck circle. Fastball just misses. A's have been out hit 12-6 tonight. There's been one error in the game that was committed by the Athletics. Not close with a breaking ball that's way outside.
Nice backhand by Perez. He's gotten his work cut out for him. He's been doing a good job, especially when he's had to go to his right just to backhand the ball. Those hard sliders right in front of him that have the tendency to eat him up, hit him on the bare right arm.
So 3-2. Allen at second, Taylor at first. And sorry, it takes a walk. A's have stranded 5 in the first 8 innings. And the 3-2 pitch, a fastball, swing and a miss. So Recker strikes out. So sorry, a credit.
Second baseman, number 19, Jamal.
Nice to remind our fastball and just a little bit extra on it.
So here's Weeks. Weeks has 2 hits. He's 2 for 4. And he's got a couple of RBIs. Infield hit in the 7th, knocked in a run. And there's a strike. Remember, radio only tomorrow. Moscoso and Chen is the pitching matchup. First pitch set for 12:35. Right there, and it's 0-2 to Weeks, so now he's going to have to battle back.
Soria's trying to make it 6 consecutive strikeouts against the A's in the 9th inning. 3 last night, and a strike away from doing it again tonight.
Oh-2 pitch, and that one's way inside. It's a big breaking ball that Joakim Soria throws. "17 pitches for Joakim Soria. And that one's just a bit high. So 2-2.
Weeks gets on. Pennington a grand slam. We got a tie game.
There you go.
How about that? Only hit 1 grand slam all season, the A's, and that was Connor Jackson. He don't.
Bounce over the mound. Giovatelli. Throw to first is late, and the bases are loaded.
All right, Penny. It's up to you.
All right. So Weeks gets the infield hit. That is his 3rd hit in the ballgame. So the A's indeed get the tying run to the plate.
And over the head of Soria. Once that happened, then it was going to be a tough play for any middle infielder to throw out. But Jamal Wicks, great speed, and really see Osmer reacted first base because Brandon Allen rounded the bag at third base. Osmer looked at him and listen, you're down 4 runs. You don't want to round the bag a little bit too far.
First pitch to Pennington is high.
Penny just needs to get out in front and yank one down the right field line. You don't want to try to go to the deep part of the park. It's this heavy air, you know. A little bit harder to do that. So just pull it.
Good swing there. Fouls it straight back. So 1-1 the count to Pennington, who is 1 for 4. You never know. Grant Balfour starts to loosen up. Outside. Allen, Taylor, Weeks are the runners.
Rookie, rookie, rookie.
That's right. Two and 1. Pennington 7 home runs on the year. That's high. 3-1.
Now, Pennington had a big 3-run home run against the Royals in Kansas City. With the club ahead late in the game. I think he's going to get a fastball hit and fastball away.
And it's high, walked him. Allen will trot home. It's 7-4.
Now hitting, designated hitter, number 55.
So a couple of walks in the inning. That has hurt the Royals. And here's Hideki Matsui.
And the folks at Matsui Land, high above the right field's out-of-town scoreboard, just waiting for one. Outfield playing no triples. Playing very deep, actually no doubles, but Pennington with good speed at first base. The ball gets to the gap.
Matsui bounces one. Giovitella throws high, but in time, and that's the ball game. Well, the A's make it interesting. They get the winning run to the plate. They score 1 run in the bottom of the 9th and come up short. So the Royals win game 2 of this series, a final score of 7-4. So Kansas City has won the first 2 games of this series. Day game tomorrow, radio only. 7-4 is the final tonight. Your A's post-game live. Henry Wolford and Greg Canary starts right now.